Hello everyone, my name is Ronak and you are watching Vector Art. In today's video, we'll take a look at navigation in Avalonia and WPF. In the last video, we talked about split view, and here is how we designed this UI in Avalonia. And today we will build on this to demonstrate how to use navigations in Avalonia and WPF. So without any further ado, let's get started. And for those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. So here is our code which we worked on in the last video. I will leave a link in the description. So let's go to NuGet package manager first, and I will just show you what we have installed here. And here you can see I have installed the Avalonia Active Pro NuGet package, and you will soon understand why. So now let's build on this application. So in our split view content section under our border, let's add a transitioning content control, and next we will set the content of this to a binding and set it to current page. So this current page object or the variable is not created yet. So let's go to our main window view model, and here we will create an observable property. And create a private view model base type property called current page. For now we will not set it to anything, and the reason is that we do not have the page created yet. So let's go to Solution Explorer view model and create a class called home page view model. So this page will act as an home page for our application. Let's change this to public and inherit from the view model base. Next we will create the view, and it is important that we follow the naming convention so that all these pages are linked. So here we will name it as home page view, and we just created the home page view model. And in this view we need to make a couple of changes. So for this, the class should be pointed to application split view dot views and the home page view, and in the code it also the namespace should point the views and not just Avalonia split view, and it should point to the folder where the file is. So now we have done all the changes. So let's go back to our main window, and here we will assign this current page to new home page view model and close this. So now we have set the current page to always point the home page view model, and here you can see we have the welcome to Avalonia text, which should now soon appear in our main view window when we view the designer. Next let's before that, let's see it in action. So here let's build this so that we get rid of all the errors that we had. Okay, let's wait for the designer to load. The home page should appear there, and now you can see we have the welcome to Avalonia, which is the content of our home page view. So next here you can see we have our list view, and right now it is set to a static control with a stack panel and a path icon and also a text box. So now let's automate this by adding a public class called list item template, and this will be the item template for our list box. So let's create this class, and this class will have two properties. Let's say public string label, let's set the getter property, and next property will be of type, and value is model type, and this will hold the model or the page that we will pass when we click on the list items. So the first will hold the label for the page, and the second will be the type of the page, which we will send to the so here I have created a constructor that will accept the type, and inside this we will set the model type variable to type, and the label to the name of that type. So type dot name, and we will remove or replace the page view model text, so that we just have the name of the page, which is the home in this case. So we do not want the home page view model, the complete name. We just want the name as home, so that we can name the labels on the navigation page or the side split panel accordingly. So right now we are replacing it. So we get the page, and we remove the page view model prefix suffix. So now we have done this. We have this class. So all we have to do is go to our main window, and in our main window we have to do some changes. So let's do them. So under our list box, let's now add a list box dot item template, and inside this item template let's add a data template, and this data template is of data type with the binding X type. It's of type view model colon, and it is of type list item template. Right now it is not appearing, but once you build the application it should. So I've inside this data template, now we should use the stack panel and the other elements that are housed within it, and let's reuse them. And so we have a stack panel, and within that we have a path icon and the text block. We soon will change the static content to a dynamic content, but before that let me add a spacing to the stack panel. And now we have our data template or the item template being used. So let's change the text block from a static content to a binding. So if you see the text property, we will bind it to the label property that was created earlier. And let's save this and build. So there are no errors, so you should soon see the changes when we add another page. So let me run this application once and see if there are any errors in this. So here is a page, and here you can see there are no errors. So now next the problem is that you see that since after we change it to a data template, the items were not the static items were not visible. So we need the item source for the list box. So let's here I'm creating an observable collection of type list item template, and within this observable collection we will set the values for the items. So what are the items that we need in the nav panel or the split view panel? So here within this observable collection of type list item template, we will create a new list item template, and here within this we should pass the type that the constructor is expecting of the class list item template, which is the type, and the type is of home page view model. So when you click so when this list box will load, it will load all the items that are listed within this observable collection, and let's rename it to items and save this. And now go back to our main window, and right now there are no items in the list box because we have not set the binding. So now in here item source equal to binding of type of the items. So after I set the items here in the binding and build this, you will soon see it will automatically or dynamically get the values from our observable collection of type list item template. So right now there is only one item, and it uses the data template that is defined here in this page or within the stack panel of using the path icon and the text block, and the text block is again bound to the label that is a property within the list item template. So now we have the home page. So next we need to create another page to demonstrate how this navigation works. So let's go back to our main window, and here before that let me create another property of observable property of type and this will be the private list item template, and the value or the property name is selected list item. So this property will be used whenever you change the list or select the items in the list box. This property will be triggered, and it will help us to display the various pages that we are going to soon add to our application. So for example, right now we have only home page, but soon we will be adding other pages, and those should appear dynamically in our list box. And on selection of those items in the list box, this partial on selected list item changed property will be triggered. Right now it is not appearing. So let me build the application. So let's try again. So here I am creating a partial to override our on selected list item changed. So let's remove this default implementation, and so on selected list item change we need to do a few things. So let's check if the value is null. If it is null, we return. If it is not null, then we need to create an instance object, and this we will use the activator class, and we'll create an instance of type value. So the value that we receive, value dot model type. So in this model type variable that we created in our list item template will tell us what page we have clicked. So that value will be received from the items within our observable collection below. So that will pass us the page name or the type, and with that we will create our instance and set the current page to the instance that we have just created. So every time you select a new page on the list box, so that will create the instance and set our current page to the new page that we have selected. So we have done that, but we still do not have this new page to demonstrate our uh, change. So before that, let me just modify our home page to have some elements. So let's start by adding a stack panel, and let's set a spacing of say 10 points. Let's set a margin of 10, and let's set the orientation to vertical. After that, within our stack panel we will add a text block, and set the text to welcome. Let's set the font size to 20 and the font weight to bold. Next, let's create one more text block and set the text. Sorry, I have created a text box, and within our text box I have set the text wrapping to wrap, and I'm just taking some of the sample text from our ActivePro window website, and let me paste it within this. So here you can see the text is wrapped, and this is what should appear as an home page of our application. Now let's go back to our main window and let's see if it appears or not. It might take some time, or it might need a rebuild. So let me rebuild this. So the rebuild is successful. Let's wait for the changes to reflect. So the changes are reflected. So here we have it. Now next we need the new page to demonstrate the switching between different user controls or different views. So before that, let me remove the border that the text box has. I don't want the border to be visible. Okay, and now let's go to a solution explorer and add this new page. First we will add a view model, and we will call it avatar page view model. And next we will go to our view, and we have to inherit from the view model base. And under our views, let's add a new item, and under Avalonia we will add the user control and rename it as avatar page view, and add. Make sure you follow the naming conventions, and let's change this namespace to point the right folder under views, and go to our view and also do the same change in the class. And that's it. Now let's copy the template from the previous user control, which is the home page, and paste it here. Let's rename the title to avatar, and remove the text box content and copy some other content which is relevant for the avatar. So I will copy this and paste it within this text box. So that's all. Let's now after our text box, let's actually demonstrate our ActivePro control. So for that we need the namespace first, and within our, let's close some of the pages because there are so many pages here which are which will not be changed. I forgot to change this to public, so let me change it to public and close this. And let's go to our app.xaml, and from here I will take the namespace that is required for ActivePro to be implemented. So I have installed a NuGet package, and now I am referencing it here, And within our user control under our stack panel, I am using the avatar control and setting the description to John Doe, and you should soon see avatar element with the initials J and D. These controls are usually used in chat applications to show the avatar of the people who are online and offline in combination with badges. So now we have designed our second page, that is the avatar. I am building the application, and all that is left is to show this page on our main window. So here is our application, but we do not see the icon yet. So we are back to our main window and we need to do a few changes. So first, let's start by closing some of these pages, and here under our observable collection we have right now only one item, which is the home page. So let's add one more item of type list item template and type of avatar page view model. And doing so, you will soon see that we have our main window which will be soon updated with the another list item of type avatar. And let's rebuild this. For some reason it is not dynamically showing it on the designer. And now you see that the avatar page has appeared, or the list item has appeared. So but you see that both of them have the same icon, because the right now on the main window the path icon has the static resource set to home icon. So let's make it dynamic. So let's create one more property within our list item template class called stream geometry, and let's name the property list item icon. And this list item icon will get its value from the stream geometries that are stored within our styles page, which we discussed in our previous video. So here we have the value, and this constructor should now get the stream geometry along with the type of the page. So let's create a string and call it icon key, and here we will set the icon or the list item icon property that we created to this icon key. So let's say application.current and try to find the resource using the icon key and set the output variable to this resource, and we will assign this output resource to our list item icon of type stream geometry. So with this we are setting the list item icon to the value that we have provided, and here in this items collection we need to give the name of the icon, and that you can get from our styles page usually, but here I have already used it for our home page. So let me provide that name, and what this will do is it will take this name and try to find the icon from our application resources and populate our list item icon with that value. So right now I am trying to find a new icon for our avatar. So let me copy this. I have found some icon, and I will go to styles.xaml and paste that value over here. So you can see we already have two icons, and now I have added a new icon, and that name I have to pass to our list observable collection, and that when clicked on that observable item it will try to find the resource from our resource dictionary and create this icon for us dynamically. So here I am right now removing the setting the data from a static resource to a binding of the value list item icon. So once I do that, you can see that the avatar icon has automatically changed to the icon that we created. So this is how we can dynamically set icons to our application. So next, all that we need to do is run this application. So I'm clicking on this, but you can see that there is no change. The current page is not changing to the item that we have clicked on the list box. So here I have forgot to change the selected item to a binding of type selected list item binding, and this is the property that we created earlier. So now if I run this application, you should see that on click of this list box items, the value will change and the navigation from one page to the another will be achieved. So let's wait for the window to load and see this in action. So here you can see this is an evaluation version, so you will get this, but if you purchase this Active Pro controls, you can use them. So hope you all liked watching this video. Till then, bye bye.